So, what skills do you actually need to succeed in the next 5 years? I bet the answer isn't quite what you think it is, mainly because the world is changing faster than ever. Let's break down what's really going to matter.
Okay, let's start with a number. 65%. Just let that sink in for a second. What on earth could that mean? Well, it's a statistic that should honestly change how every single one of us thinks about jobs, about school, and about the future itself.
Here's what it means: 65% of kids entering school today are going to end up working in jobs that literally do not exist yet. I know, it sounds like something out of a sci fi movie, right? But it's the reality we are all heading into. So that's the big question, isn't it? If the goalposts are constantly moving, how in the world do you get ready for it? The good news is there actually is a blueprint for this, and we're about to walk through it together.
And right at the heart of all this change, you guessed it, it's artificial intelligence. To really make it in this new AI-driven world, you're going to need a whole new game plan. The way to think about this is that a future-proof career is built on two pillars. On one hand, you've got the technical skills, the stuff that lets you actually power the technology. But on the other hand, you need the human-centric skills, the skills that let you guide it. Trust me, you can't just have one without the other anymore. All right, let's dive into that first pillar, the technical toolkit. These are the hard skills, the nuts and bolts that make our digital world go round. Okay, the absolute foundation here is machine learning. Instead of telling a computer exactly what to do step by step, we're basically teaching it how to learn from data all by itself. This is the engine behind almost all the cool AI stuff you see today. And look, this isn't some far-off futuristic thing. You're using machine learning dozens of times every single day. When Netflix knows exactly what show you want to binge next, that's machine learning. When your voice assistant actually understands you, yup, that's it too. It's already woven into the fabric of our lives. So, if machine learning is the engine, what's the fuel? Well, it's data. Piles and piles of it. AI is nothing without data, which is why data science is one of the most important fields out there. It's all about taking that raw data and turning it into smart decisions. And the demand for people who can do this is absolutely massive. This isn't just some fad. For over a decade, data scientist has been one of the hottest jobs you can get anywhere in the world. And why? Because every single company is desperate to make smarter moves, and data is the only way to do it. And then, of course, there's the one that everybody is talking about, generative AI. These are the tools that can create totally new things: text, images, you name it. But here's the secret. The real skill isn't just using the tool, it's knowing how to talk to it. It's the art of asking the right questions, something we call prompt engineering, and it's becoming a huge deal. I mean, the way this is changing how work gets done is just wild. Think about it. Drafting a whole ad campaign, creating tons of design ideas, that stuff used to take a team weeks. Now, you can do it in minutes. This tech isn't a replacement, it's a force multiplier for pretty much everyone. Now, to actually build this stuff, you gotta speak the language, right? Python is definitely the king of a hill when it comes to AI and machine learning. But don't sleep on the others. SQL is how you manage all that data fuel, and languages like R and Java are still the workhorses behind the scenes in a lot of big companies. Okay, but here's the thing. All those tech skills? That's only half the story. Now we need to talk about pillar 2, the human edge. Because in a world filled with AI, our human skills are becoming more valuable than ever, precisely because a machine can't copy them. Think about it like this. AI is amazing at spitting out answers, but it has no idea if they're the right answers, or if they're fair, or if something is missing. That's where we come in. That's where critical thinking, the ability to spot the holes and question the output, is absolutely essential. Here's a perfect real-world example. Let's say a recruiter uses AI to sift through 1,000 resumes. The AI can do it in seconds, but a human still has to be there to ask, wait a minute, is this AI accidentally throwing out great candidates because it learned from biased data? That final check, that judgment call, that's irreplaceable. And then there's the big one, creativity. See, AI is fantastic at remixing things that already exist, but coming up with a truly new idea, something that comes from way out of left field, that's still a uniquely human superpower. That spark of genuine innovation is our turf. You know, maybe the most important skill of all isn't even a technical one. It's just being adaptable. The tech you learn today could honestly be old news in 3 years. So the real career insurance is your ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That's the key.
And this brings us to a really, really important point. As we let AI make bigger decisions for us about who gets a loan or what medical treatment to suggest, we desperately need people who can think about the ethics of it all. This isn't just about code, it's about making sure these powerful tools are fair and that we can trust them. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the what and the why. Now let's get to the really important part. What can you do about it, starting today? How do you build your own future-proof toolkit?
Look, getting started is way less intimidating than it sounds. You can jump on the technical side today, mess around with a beginner's Python course, or just play with some generative AI tools and see what they can do. But at the same time, work on the human stuff. Make it a point to practice thinking critically. The real magic happens when you build both toolkits at the same time.
So, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. This whole humans versus machines story, it's just wrong. It's not a competition. The future belongs to the people who figure out how to work with AI. It's about combining the incredible power of the machine with the wisdom and creativity that only a human can bring. So, the real question is, how are you going to start building that partnership?